better kill this shit, kill this shit, kill this shit.
Just the thought gets me hot.
Yeah, she like
Baby, I miss you.
side of the road, but I never did you. I cry when I miss you, and cry when you miss me. You mine for life, like come be my missy. She thinks she a flash, she a 10, she pretty. Broken before you, I'll be risky. My love like a tower before it was pick. Got me rushing in, but I'm not blitzing. Left side, right side, no middle, so I'm decided. Let her love me, I'm tired of fighting. And she spicy, not talking no shy, yeah. Like pepper, she my support like a stick and a shepherd. Girl, never. Hopping and skipping, we over like check. She just like a car, so I don't wanna wreck her. She just like a car, so I don't wanna wreck her. Or toy like Mater, I don't wanna play her. Low stepping up, I ain't talking conveyors. On top on the mirror, so I'll see you later. Into the darkness, Darth Vader. Like I'm finna raider, y'all wanna be haters. Tall like a Titan, but I'm Aaron Yeager. So I'm finna slayer, got buzz like a shaver. You got my heart, don't lose that. Say that I love you, but you already knew that. My ex like a bomb, she blew that. Wait.
Have you ever had something that was due and you put it off to the next day, next week, or next month, and then you find yourself cramming it all in the last couple hours and pretty much suffering? Well, I know I have, and that's called procrastination to its finest. You know, I have procrastinated a lot, you know, and the only way I learned how to stop procrastination was experiencing it. I think everybody, you know, experiences procrastination. The good ones actually get out of that procrastination phase and actually know how to stop it for the good. Obviously, it's always going to come back. You just got to know the steps to, you know, get back and stop procrastinating. So I'm going to tell you some tips on how I stop procrastination and how to kill it. It's just the mentality to have to, you know, stop procrastination. Number one, the hardest part is getting started. Now, I'm gonna always say this, no matter what, you know, the hardest part is getting started. The people that say it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, well, you can never finish if you never start. We need to actually get down and dive deep on this topic. When you start, it gets less scary every time, because if you're holding something off for, you know, tomorrow, next week, and it's due in like a week and a couple days, every day you're holding it off, it gets more scary. So why not just start now and then, you know, do it in a mannerly time fashion? We have to start doing the things that are due, you know, in advance to actually stop getting in that cycle. Lay it off for another day, and then it gets more scary to do. When you start, it gets less scary because you're only focusing on the start and not finishing. Like, if you only focused on starting, then and not worry about the finishing, then you're gonna be less scared to start. Like, starting is not hard, I would say. I feel like the hard part is continuing to do it and get through it. But if you can start, you actually had made some progress, and you actually have opened the door to actually finish the task. I feel like if you focus on the start, it breaks it up into pieces, like, so your mind can handle the workload. If you can do that, then you can actually manage all the tasks that you have to do. So remember, just get started and don't think about so much about the whole entire task. Number two, try to reduce your screen time on your phone. If you're always on your phone, you procrastinate way more, obviously. It's kind of like a inverse relationship. The more time you spend on your phone, the less time you can do your work. The more time you spend on your phone, the less time you can actually get the things you want to get done, and, you know, that results into procrastination. We have to stay off our phones more, because that is the key in the modern age to, like, actually get our things done. Because if you're always on social media, your screen time's 10 hours a day on it, try to reduce that to 5 hours. Try to reduce that, you know, in small steps. If your screen time's like 10 hours, try to go down to 6, and just continue to decrease the time. Note how much you actually get done when you're off your phone, because that's a big thing, is staying off your phone. And another thing is, when you stay off your phone, it gives you momentum throughout the day to have a great productive day, so you don't hold your tasks to the end of the day. You don't want to be on your phone all day, especially in the morning, because the morning is like when you're most productive. If you're on your phone the first hour, 2 hours of the day, then you already wasted 2 hours, especially when you're very productive. So remember, reduce your screen time so you can actually have a more productive day and stop procrastination. Number three, put a time that you think you will finish the task after the task in whatever you organize all your tasks. So say if you have a list of things to do, put put a time frame where how long you will take to get it done. So say if one of my tasks was to do a worksheet and it would take 30 minutes. I would put 30 minutes, on the side, or a small task is take out the trash or something. Then that would literally be like 2-3 minutes. Like, if you continue to put a time after your task, it will make it less scary, and it will like increase your time management skills. So say you have a list of 10 things to do and it just looks daunting. It just looks, you don't want to even do it. The way to break it down is obviously to take it one step at a time, but if you implement a time after the task, so say like, a lot of them are just 10 to 20 minutes to do, and then you got like 1 or 2 big tasks that takes, most of your day, like 1 or 2 hours to finish. Then you're gonna like manage your time to like make sure you have a block of time to finish that and not lay it off to the last minute. Like, if you can put your time of how long you think you'll take to finish it, then you can actually break it up and say like most of them are like 15 minutes. Okay, that means in an hour I can finish 4 tasks if all of them are 15 minutes about. So put a time so you can be less scared of actually starting it, because you know how long it's gonna take. Like, just dedicate 10 minutes of your time doing it, 15 minutes, however long it'll take. That tool is a very useful tool when you want to break it up and not be so overwhelmed with the time. Number 4, start your day off strong. Starting your day off strong is one of the most useful things in having a very productive day and not procrastinating. If you wake up and the first thing you do is spend an hour on your phone, you're already wasting an hour, and that's when you're most productive, because you wake up, you got energy to do whatever you want to do, and that's when your like mind is most clear. You can think the best. So literally, when you wake up, drink some water, grab some breakfast, but then just get to work. Like, you can knock out so much in the morning compared to at night, because at night you just want to, lay down, go to sleep. But in the morning, you have that time. It's like around a 2 to 3 hour window where you can actually like be productive. If you wake up earlier, then you'll have more time to be productive, because starting your day off strong gives you momentum to keep going and have a productive day. Have you ever, had a task to do and then you lay it off like the last minute, and then, I'm just put it on to the next day because you're not going to have enough time to do it? But if you start in the morning and get it done, then you can manage all them other tasks throughout the day. So start your day off strong with like, a very daunting task or whatever. By the end of the day, you should have it done, or like very good progress on it. Like, each time I woke up early and I would get started on work immediately, like I would have pretty much all my things done by like half of the day already, and I got half of the day to myself to whatever I want to do, side quests or whatever. So I think that is a really good tip. Start your day off strong. Number 5, believe you can do any task. And this is like a mentality thing. You have to believe you can get it done, because most of the times we don't start something because we don't think we can finish it, or at least without suffering a little bit. Like, we get so trapped in our minds, we get scared. Like, any task that's put in front of you, you have to already know beforehand, before you even know the task, is like, you're gonna get it done regardless, one way or the other. Like, that should not even be in the question, like, oh, can I even get this done? Like, believe you can get any task done. And if you know that, then you're gonna get started, because it wouldn't be a question of can you get it done or not. It would just be a question of when you're gonna get it done. How long is it gonna take? Like, that's when you build a mentality that you're not going to be scared of it. You're not going to worry about it. You're just, you need to start, and then you eventually finish it. Time is the only question when you believe you can do any task. You can think about how fast you can finish it. How efficient can you do it? Like, just be confident you can do anything, any task, and that will make you inclined to do it. Get started earlier, because you will get it done, but it will be an incentive if you start earlier and get done earlier. You may start thinking about the outcome and never about the thing in front of you, but you get scared to even dig into it. Like, we as humans tend to think a lot about the far future and how we are going to get there, but if we just focus on today, we get one step closer to that desired future. We don't have to think about and be scared about, oh, what is my grade gonna be like if I perform badly? Where's my future? Am I gonna get a good career? Like, don't think about that. You have to think that you can do any task, anything in your way. Do everything you can today to have a great future. Like, that should be your mindset. Focus on today so it can affect the future. And if you're doing everything you can, then you shouldn't be stressing about what's coming, because at least you know you put everything on the table. And also, another portion is sticking to it. You know, sometimes we get into a mode where we grind so hard and then we get back into that procrastination mode. Like, you can't think like, oh, I did so much and then I can chill, for a long time now. Like, you can't pay rent with what was. You have to pay rent with the present. Like, what you're doing now is how you're paying today's rent. Tomorrow, you can't pay that rent with what you did today. You have to pay it with what you're going to do tomorrow. Doesn't matter what you did in the past. You got to think about what type of work are you putting in today. So if you can think like that, then you will stop procrastinating, because every day is an opportunity to get ahead. And with that mindset, you're going to stop procrastinating immediately when you know something's at the stake. Every day is a passing day where you can level up, where you can stop procrastination for good. And then even after you stop procrastinating and get so much free time, like, oh, I can actually chill now, procrastinate maybe because I don't have anything to do. But after acquiring so much free time, you won't feel like doing free things, or you won't feel like doing the things that don't benefit you. Like, you would keep doing all the work you can that will benefit you in the future. It's kind of like working today to get to the best future you can acquire. So when you stop procrastination, it leads to great things. And if you know that, keep that in the back of your head at all times and keep working. And that's all I have for today. So remember, get started and don't procrastinate.
Number one pick, little baby on the top, though. Hop in the whip and I swerve for the top off. I'm on me. Just hop off on the